Thomas Arthur Jr. Only the ladies. 1, 2, go. 1. Hey! The men in the house. Let's go. Hey! Yeah! Everybody for the last time that we get Anna here.
Tuesday. Is good for your vein. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Langa, it's okay. It's okay.
The way you stretch everything.
These days you look at your WASI aggregate and you use that to click the thing, the number of times.
No. Langa is in the last week of fasting. And so he has morphine.
Is there number 25?
Because very soon he's going to be done.
Wow.
And then Langa can enjoy.
Wow, he was telling us that Monday and Tuesday he won't be around.
No, I like how he's lost weight. It's nice.
Yes, it's good.
Look at Langa losing weight.
Charlie.
It's not easy. Langa losing weight.
Kojo. Everything good?
Everything nice and crisp, brethren.
Let's do getting shots. Well, we have to.
Every blessing.
Pick some calls there. Oh yeah.
Oh really? What you want to talk about?
We gotta talk about something.
Langalanga's aggregate.
We gotta do this.
You know the minister, the education minister, made that interesting comment about how people ask him how somebody with aggregate 20 something could end up in some of our top schools, and he said, well, I mean that's actually how it should be. That if the school is good, then whomever we send them, they should be able to turn them into an excellent student. And now Presec. So please, Presec, what are you saying? That's where the best teachers are.
No, but that's why we have Chelsea, we have Real Madrid, we have Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that because are you telling me that Chelsea is such a bad club because they have to go and bring Bristol City players, or go and bring players from somewhere? And look, we have academies.
No,
we have academies, we have nurseries, we have kindergartens, we have primary,
George,
we have JHS. So you should understand.
George, let me explain why that analogy doesn't work. Because when you are recruited to play for Chelsea, you are not being brought there to learn how to be a footballer. You are being brought there to play, to produce output. So it's not education,
no.
it's employment. Okay, so it's not education, it's employment. It's different from when you are bringing in your scout goes out to bring in kids to the academy where they are coming to be educated.
I was even telling you that at the academy level,
yes,
you have to prove that you're a good talent before you're taken in.
So the raw talent is what they look for. Raw talent.
Yes, wait.
Very good.
But why is it that we don't take just anybody into the Chelsea academy?
Because not everybody has raw talent.
Talking about the employment bit. Not just anybody.
Not everybody has raw talent.
Yes. You agree. Not everybody has just what.
That's true.
You agree that. Yes. So why
but
do you want to tell Chelsea?
But there are people with aggregate 24.
So why do you want to tell Chelsea that?
No. Talent.
Why do you want to tell Chelsea that? Because they are a good club, they should go for any talent.
No, hold on. I mean, the minister makes a point. There are some persons. No, there are some persons who go to less endowed and less privileged schools. They do not have the best of teachers. In fact, in some of these places, they walk very long distances before they get to school. And so if these persons, for instance, you are in the school where the best student gets aggregate 18 or aggregate 20, that person wants to go to Presec. He doesn't get admission. Now, in the current dispensation, you could apply under the less privileged schools. If you apply and they decide that go to Presec, which has a cutoff point of aggregate 6 or 7. But because of where you are coming from and the circumstances under which you studied, they say go there. I do not see anything wrong with it. Let me just end on this note. Now, I have a friend who, in our time, came to secondary school, was giving a course. He wanted to read science. He didn't qualify.
He didn't qualify
to read science.
Hold
on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish.
Okay,
he didn't qualify to read science.
Okay.
So he actually said he wanted to change to agric science at the time. Right. Even that one, they told him that go and look for somebody in agric who's willing to get to your program. Now he decides to go and look for that person and makes an announcement in the class. He gets somebody. He does physics, chemistry, general agric, and horticulture or whatever.
Yeah.
He finishes and decides to write elective maths. Then goes to KNUST. In fact, he was in KNUST the very first time doing agric science. Then decides to do mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
So comes out there, writes elective maths, passes, and goes to do mechanical engineering. Today he is doing very well.
That's one example.
Wait. That person
would have
been denied his dream.
All right.
He was not given that opportunity.
So then,
George.
George. So what would be the point? Yes. So what would be the point? What's the point?
My point.
Why
is
would
that
anyone listen?
That is why you have a 10% protocol.
Okay. Listen.
That's why you have a 10% protocol.
Boss, let's hear George.
Boss, listen. Why?
Oh, sorry.
If what you want to tell us is that I get 20, I get 25, we'll send you to Presec.
Under the
then why should listen? Which circumstances? Then why should anyone wait? Hold on. Then why should why should anyone be motivated to learn? Yes, if under 20 I can go and apply with your 10%, why should I waste my time learning school? Because with I get 20 or I get 25, I can go to Presec. Then all those the University of Ghana can also say they can go to Harvard.
No.
Don't bring that argument that because Presec is not a good school.
George,
George. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. No, I listen to you. There's a reason why there's Presec. There's a reason why there's a Discadel. It motivates you to learn. And who said when you go to Presec won't add anything to you? They add a lot to you.
That is why
all the students who went to Presec,
you want to transform that young man.
No.
Transform that young man.
The young man
who is the best in his class, but did not have the privilege others had in the city.
No privilege others had.
All right, let me ask a question.
I have.
Let me ask a question.
I have seen
let me
people
ask
come
a
to Presec
question,
from
George.
all areas of the country.
Yeah.
When I was in Presec, people came to Presec from all places in the country.
Yes, but they all had high
everywhere
scores.
From the
Very
eastern
good.
region, from the central region.
But they all had high scores. The cutoff aggregate 7 or whatever it is.
Yes, because you can get high scores anywhere you are in Ghana.
George, it's not possible to get high scores everywhere.
Why?
It's not everywhere that
That's
you
why
can
I'm
get
telling you
high
that
scores.
I had people coming to Presec from everywhere.
You don't
so
know.
I don't get it.
You don't know.
No,
you don't
no,
know the grades of all of them.
Not from everywhere. There are villages in this country that have never produced Presec students.
Yes.
Like which village?
There are villages. Or do you think that
if there's a village that hasn't produced a Presec student, let them come.
There are many villages that have not produced Presec
diverse
students because they have never produced a student who has had aggregate 7.
But Presec is not all about aggregate 7.
There
are other courses in Presec.
George,
don't make it look like everybody in Presec had aggregate 6 or aggregate 5 or aggregate 8 or aggregate 9.
George,
people are in Presec with 12, 13. Yes.
There is still a cutoff point. There is still a cutoff point. Otherwise, you wouldn't be arguing with us that someone with aggregate 22 should not come to Presec. If there wasn't a cutoff point, you wouldn't be making that argument. There is obviously a cutoff point. So the question is this: is it that Presec teachers cannot teach a person with aggregate 22 for the person to get good grades?
They can really teach.
If Presec teachers are not that good, then it means that Presec has its name because you only admit good students,
that is
not
true.
Because you have good teachers.
Yeah, but that is not true.
Because
I've told
so
you that
if that's not true,
if that's
not true, then you should be welcoming people with aggregate.
Exactly. I agree perfectly with you.
Let's take some calls on this one. I think we have an interesting debate on.
I agree perfectly with you.
0302-216-541 055-1111-997. Now this is not just about Presec, okay? It just happens to be the example we're using. But there are several schools that have the same principle, the same philosophy, that only the best is what they are interested in admitting. But what does that say about the school? If they can't take in somebody who has potential but not perhaps the best grades, and turn them into a high-scoring student.
That's what I'm saying, that they are doing it already.
Then why are you arguing with us?
Then why are you arguing with us? They are doing it already.
Then why are you arguing with us?
Don't come and bring any 10%. Let the schools run the way they are running.
But there's a 10%.
Oh, they are doing it already. They are doing it already. They are helping students.
And I've actually told you.
Who said if you have 7 and you go to Presec?
No, and I've told you that there's actually. Okay, I think we have a first one.
Yeah, there's someone on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Who do we have?
My name is George.
George.
Yes.
My brother, talk to us.
I agree with Winston and you. George is getting the whole thing wrong. If Presec is a good school, okay, not just about Presec, all the first class schools, if they are really good, they should give those at the other less village communities and villages an opportunity, and then they'll come and prove it. Because if I am good, and I don't get that opportunity to show how good I am, then I'm not good. But if the check is admitting with aggravated two people and they are coming out after SSC and are doing very well and entering the university, they will consider that yes, the check and its teachers are very good. But if they are still admitting the with 6, 10 ones, 8 ones, and all, then these are just carrying forward students. So I agree with me saying they should give the less privileged people the opportunity to go to P6 or any other first class people.
Okay.
So we'll do the same with the universities, right?
Let's take some more calls. Susan
we'll do the same with universities.
George, let's hear from the callers. Susan is in Accra. Hi, Susan. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Kosa.
Thanks for calling us.
I disagree with you and Winston. There is something called meritocracy. Okay, a child learns hard enough to get good grades, and then you send the child to a second-class school. What does that tell the child? That there's no point in working hard and learning hard enough. And then you say that the child should be replaced by somebody who didn't do so well because by accident of birth they are in the wrong place. That's not fair. And you have children who have done well, have studied hard, and then they don't get the school of their choice because somebody needs to replace them. What we need to do is to make our community schools so strong that it doesn't matter where you come from, you have opportunities to be the best at that place. And it's not just to say to bring the people to the precepts and the holy child of this world. That they should be able to go to their community schools and yet succeed in life. What we should do is to strengthen those community schools and not say that yes, they didn't have those opportunities to come, because you displaced somebody who has worked hard, and it's not a good example to show. Look, you're talking about Harvard. Harvard is Harvard not only because they have the best teachers, but because they also pick the best students. Now, when those aggregate 20 students, and I know for a fact, they go to these schools, they suffer because, of course, they go and compete with the people who got 6 and 7. And those who didn't get 6 and 7 just by virtue of the fact that they went to the international schools or the preparatory schools. It is also because they have the brains to get the 6 and the 7. And then you take these people there with 2022, and then they suffer because the class is moving far ahead. The teachers try as much as possible. But you forget that the numbers in the class also do not allow for individual attention. The classes are overcrowded. In a school my school that I went to Holy Child. At that time, the whole school was about 500. Now, even just one form is about 1,000. So, which teacher is going to have time to pick up a child that is an average?
Well, thank you, Susan, for sharing. Susan agrees with George there. Thanks for sharing. Let's take some more calls. Emmanuel is in Adan. Hi, Emmanuel. Good morning. Emmanuel, good morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kojo.
Yes, boss.
And listen, I agree with you perfectly. And when the minister raised the issue, I was like, yes, this man is reasonable. I mean, this man is correct. Because this was something that annoys me all along. Because if we claim the school is good, how do we mention this? Because you post the brilliant students to the people. And they do little about them and they come and they say they are good. If they have the best teachers, just give them some percentage of the aggregated two people and let them turn them over. And then when they come out and the result is better, then we say yes, this school is good. They have the best facilities, they have the teachers, they have everything. Then we can talk for them. It is not like posting that if they see all of them to them and then they do little about them and come out and say this is about hard work there is there, all right. But in some situations, it is not all the students that have opportunity to study under a good condition and perform well.
Okay, thanks for sharing, Emmanuel. Let's go to Abokobi. Here's Isaac. Good morning, Isaac.
Good morning, KY. How are you?
My brother, I'm not bad at all.
Yeah, my regards to the ancestor, my neighbor. In fact, the education minister is perfectly right. You see, you don't always have to gather all the best students in one school and train them. You have to mix them so that the others also learn from them. For example, I went to primary school in the village called Subriso in the eastern region. When I was there, I was one of the best students. when I came to Accra after primary school, when I came to JHS1, in fact, I was almost the worst student in my class. And I cried. I even told my mother I want them to take me to primary 4 back. And then there's a teacher there who said, I have the potential, so I should learn. And because I saw that, look, the students in my class are good, I work hard. And by first term in JSS2, JSS by then, I was almost the best English student. And by second term, my English master said I am the best English student in the whole school. You see, because I learn with the best. So if we bring those who are not good and add them to the best one, they will learn. They will be forced to learn. So we don't always have to gather all the best students in one school and put the rest in other schools. Let's mix them so that we can have all best schools in Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The way Isaac you cried, that's how a lot of 25 people will cry when they start learning.
Let's talk to Wonu in the Volta region.
Psychologically,
Wonu, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, by the way, this is my first time anyway.
Oh, wow.
Kenya. Let's hear from you.
By the way, I disagree with George. The reason is, why I'm calling for is a typical village, by the way. Right now, we even lack teachers. So compare someone in the city who have all the necessary resources. So I disagree with George. Because, for instance, someone who had average 20, so he has the teachers and the resources. You have performed well, better than what he had. So that's why I disagree with George. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wonu. Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you who called. Maybe we'll come back to this a bit later. A very interesting conversation there. But yes, as you can see, views are varied.
Oh yes.
Very varied.
Kojo, if that is the rule, then we are all going to Harvard. It's okay. We'll see how it goes. Go to Harvard and tell them that you want to give them a student in Ghana to turn over to prove to you that they are good.
Why not?
School.
But we do that all the time.
And nobody goes in. Nobody goes to Presec as a finished product. You go in as raw talent. Showing promise.
There are people. There are people in this country who participate in admissions for Harvard, and they will tell you that even though grades are very, very important, there is something that you do, a testimonial that you give, which can make them pick you over anyone else. Listen.
Testimonial.
George, let me land. There is something called a testimonial that you must write, which they will consider when determining whether or not to pick you. And if you can demonstrate that you are a unique student, not just a high performing student when it comes to grades, but a unique student, Harvard will pick you. So you see, even they understand that the place is not the school is not only for those who have scored the highest grades. And I think that's what the education minister is suggesting.
Let's hope it's
not that
fine.
People who have scored high grades should be kicked out.
Kojo, you see, Isaac said he was crying. And that's one of the. Isaac said he cried when he came to Accra, and it looked like his grades. I mean, he was not doing well in the classes. You have to take care of the psychology of these students as well. It's not easy to go in there. So let's get into the Joy Sports Center. Before that, though, we've got a few shouts.
Yes, let's do them.
Okay, what have you got there? Very quickly.
Okay, so I'll start. And this one came in yesterday. So I'd better do it real quick. It says, kindly wish our sister Esther Loco of EcoBank a happy birthday. May you continue to walk in double grace and this is from Ibri Boy. I won't tell you who that is. And the entire class of 1984 Ibri girls. And as for the class of 1984, they know who Ibri Boy is. Happy birthday to Teresa Asante, who works with the Opportunity Bank in Medina. May the good Lord bless and grant you long life with good health. And have a wonderful day and be well. This is from Nana Harden. I have one more. This one says, happy birthday to my big brother Thomas Charles Neokai Kwei of Birdwell Experience Limited. God richly bless you. And that's from George Kwei.
Okay, look, happy 10th birthday to Nanaya Marie Jones of Hopi Murray School, Pokwase. Yes, this is from your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jones Asante in Fojo, and your sister Marie Michelle Asante in Fojo. Yes, right. Also, happy birthday to my dear wife. This is coming from my good friend and a very good friend of Joy Sports, Romac. Yes, Romac, Felix Romac. To Felix Showmax's wife, Genevieve Kofi, on your birthday today. He says all he wants to tell you is, I love you. I love you. I love you so much.
Happy birthday to Corporal John Mensa of Ghana Police VVIP Unit. Have a wonderful new age. And that's from Langa Langa.
Well, so let me say a special good morning to you, Dr. Edu Ayi, and the doctors and staff at the Surgical Ward, 3rd floor, Kolebu. And this is from Ochiami Kwejo Amwako Dakwa. And let me say good morning to Ernest Sonko, who is the Techno Local Brand Manager. He listens to the Super Morning Show all the time. I met him on Sunday.
Wow.
So Ernest Sonko, who is the Techno Local Brand Manager.
Sorry, you're not done.
Okay, I had a shout.
Okay. A special happy birthday to the Group CEO of Multiple Concepts Group and Charter House, Mr. Ayola Ayoade. God bless you. Plenty. That's also from George Quay. Let's do it on Facebook right now. And happy birthday to Sani Muntaka Jatike, Cedric Brace, Anastasia, Manye Akebi Na, Emmanuel Essel Mensa, Akume Afizi, Dandel, Joseph Bentel, oh my good friend Joseph Bentel, Andrew Saki, and yesterday was the birthday of Della Sade. Belated happy birthday to you.
All right, let's get into it. The Joy Sports Center is proudly brought to you by
MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Allianz Life Insurance,
we secure your future.
And DSTV, it's your moment.
And at Total Energies, we continuously innovate, and that's why we have redesigned our lubricant bottle into a modern and premium pack. The new Total Energies lubricant bottle is user-friendly with big side handle, which makes it easy to carry and pour. The cap is redesigned to avoid leaks and splashes when pouring, hence less oil loss. The new label, inspired by a car dashboard, has a QR code and displays product marketing and technical information for easy selection of the right product. Now, this is performance at first sight. Same superior quality oil in a modern and premium bottle. Quartz, keep your engine younger
for longer. Now, MTN is saying a big thank you to all lovely customers with special freebies to celebrate this special anniversary of yours on the network. So MTN is saying if you've been part of the Yellow family for 5, 10, 15 or 20 years, MTN will spice up your special milestone with a whole 3 hours of MTN to MTN talk time and up to 1.5 gigabytes to keep up with family and to share the day with everyone online. So MTN is saying big ups to you and keep doing you only on MTN.
And you know, only some investments suit you. Those are the ones we select. Using insights from Global Fund Managers, Standard Chartered connects you to wealth opportunities that match your priorities. Join Priority Banking for tailored investments using insights from Global Fund Managers as you enjoy your welcome gift. Terms and conditions apply. To join, call or SMS 0202-220-478 or email prioritybanking.gh@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Winston Black Stars captain Andre Yu has added his voice to calls for Tuado and his crew to be given the mandate for the World Cup. President Akufo-Addo had earlier entreated the GFA to retain the technical team, at least for the global showpiece in Qatar.
President is interference. What is the idea are you trying to say?
Hold on.
He's interfering with the decision of the GFA.
Easy.
He doesn't know if he will whether he will even go to Qatar. He should take his time.
Who said he didn't go to Qatar?
He doesn't know. What if the coach doesn't? Why? Is it by force? That once you are captain, you should go. What if they decide that they are stripping you of the captain?
When's the last time you saw that? The captain, a few months to the World Cup, didn't go.
Few months. 7 months to the World Cup.
Let's hear from Dede Ayi now.
I think that's for the federation to take a decision, but we have qualified, and I think they did a fantastic job, and I congratulate them for the job that they have done. We supported them, even those outside the field, whether me, Wakaso, etc. We always try to help, and they did a fantastic job, you know. So after is not for a player to speak or to say whatever, but I just know that we are happy. It was a core of Ghanaians, and I'm proud that, you know, a core of Ghanaians took us to the World Cup, even though Milo was also there, CK was there, which, you know, we went through difficult moments and good moments together. So congratulations to all the staff, and we need to continue.
Joy Sports understands negotiations with the coaches are positive and an agreement will be finalized soon. The GFA is pushing for the deal to be completed with the crew for ample time to prepare for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, which begins on May 30. Right. Now, Otuado included 3 new faces in the initial call-ups for the Nigeria clash. The GFA General Secretary Prosper Harrisonado urges Ghanaians to avoid criticizing the players once they're invited.
Anytime they see a player with the national team, the player has something. We should just exercise patience for them. I know with team building and everything, there are players who come and may not gel and may not play well with the national team and may fall off. But let's give them, let's embrace them as Ghanaians. It's one of the things I learned. When you are with the team, you feel it, you will learn it, that sometimes the criticisms and the way it is put. Seriously, if you tell a player that, oh, he did not play the goal kick well or the corner well, they are not offended. But when you veer into personal stuff, it gets to them, and they feel sometimes to the point that they feel un-Ghanaian. They ask themselves, what is it with me that my whole country does not embrace me? Because they feel they have come to also exhibit what they know best and to help the country.
In the Ghana Premier League, Bichim United failed to close the gap on Kumasi Asante Kotoko as they played out a 1-1 draw with Karali United. Against the Okra Skull cancelled out Umar Bashir's opener. The result means that Bichim remains second on the league log with 7 points, or currently 7 points behind leaders Kumasi Asante Kotoko. This is the second time they failed to take advantage of a Kumasi Asante Kotoko slip. Remember, Kotoko lost to RTU by 2-1, and Bichim United lost to 11 Wonders by 3-2 in a dramatic fashion. So, why are Bichim failing to take advantage of Kotoko's slips? Here is the head coach, Kasibo Kante.
I'm sure there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. It will not happen like that. There's something wrong.
What exactly is wrong with Bichim?
It's not for public consumption. We will treat it internal. We will solve that problem internally. It's an internal problem. It's not for public consumption. We will solve it and move forward.
How many internal problems are they ready to deal with in the Champions League? We've got live commentary for you later tonight. Real Madrid travel to the Etihad to play against Manchester City in the semi-final. Yes, that's the first leg. Pep Guardiola has asked his team to keep the French striker Karim Benzema at arm's length.
Yeah, I would say the 2 games against Sporting de Lisboa. The first game against Atletico Madrid, we played to not concede goals, but the second game against Madrid, we could have conceded goals. So the second half, Atletico Madrid was better than us and have last-minute chances. So yeah, I have to defend well, yeah, of course. And yeah, of course, Benzema scored a lot of goals against Chelsea, but not just against Chelsea, all his career, and he's a fantastic player, so we know it. But yeah, we try to defend well when we have to defend, because we have moments that we have to defend and try to, to create chances to score goals. This is going to happen.
Real Madrid travel to the Etihad to play against Man City in the first leg of the semi-final. Who are you rooting for?
So which of these 2 can beat Liverpool in the finals?
Man United. Man United.
You know what? Let me be very honest with you. I am not supporting any of them.
Yeah.
I just would want to watch good football.
Okay.
I don't mind Liverpool winning the Champions League.
Okay. Leave Liverpool.
So long as they don't win the Premier League.
Liverpool are playing tomorrow.
So so long as they don't win the Premier League.
You are fine.
I'm fine. No quadruple.
That's it for the Joy Sports Center, right? Is it?
All right. Thank you very much, George Ado Jr., for joining us with the Sports Center here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And keep your thoughts coming to us this morning. Lots of issues on the table for discussion here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And so we've had the schools conversation earlier. Do you agree that persons with aggregate 2025 could go to the grade A schools and be transformed into better students? Why don't you join us on Twitter? Use the hashtag JoySMS. And of course, the big conversation coming up on the salaries of public sector workers. Social media message on the Super Morning Show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and Top Choco. There's nothing tastier than Top Choco spread on bread and a hot cup of Top Choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink.